Alright, what I want to show you here today is how to install these hood vents that come out of a 86 Chrysler New Yorker turbo or LeBaron turbo. Very popular item for putting in a Jeep Cherokee. Do a nice job of getting rid of heat, especially out here in the desert area where we live. There is a right and a left to these. I put them up here together. Everything looks nice and square. Flip them around, and now you got that big gap there in the middle. Okay? So, what I like to do, this is going to be your passenger side, driver side. Alright? And the reason is, too, you got this slanted line coming back in this way. Well, so does the line on your hood right here. It's coming in this way, okay? And by putting them up here like that, everything is nice and square. The vents are going straight across from one side to the other, and everything lines up. Alright? And I got these out of a junkyard. $5.50 a piece, and you can't beat that if you can find them. In the internet, like eBay or whatever, you're looking probably at $50 plus shipping. And that's actually what I had to do with my first set, which I'll show you when we get close to the end of the video here. Alright, so I'm going to take the video camera. I'm going to show you the rest of this. Okay, and I'll show you how I got the measurements and stuff. Okay, this is a friend of mine's, and the paint's coming off his hood, and we're going to just go ahead and repaint, but while we're at it, we're going to go ahead and cut in the vents. Now what I got here is a flat piece of metal. It's just like 1/8 of an inch thick or so. And what I did, you got a little room to work with in there, but not a whole lot. So I would go close to what my measurements are when you do this, because there's supports underneath the hood that you don't want to hit, but there's a little room, a little give. All right, what I did is I took a tape measure, and I believe I came off, yeah, it was 5 inches off this corner right here. Measured out 5, made a little mark, and then what I did right here is I came off 5 1/8 inches is what it turned out to be. I went this way, yeah, straight out, both sides. I taped this piece of metal down. It's nice to use this kind of metal, this flat metal, as it bends to the curvature of the hood. And then you can get your straight line going right across here. I just use this Sharpie, make a line right across here, okay? Both sides. Now, you want to find the center of the hood, and what I did is I just kind of got out this caliper, went across here, from the top edge to this top edge right here. And it turns out to be 3 9/16 of an inch. Half of that is 1 25/32. So you get it all set up for 1 25/32, and it should come out, you know, to the top of this edge right there. And from center of the hood out to your inside edge is 3 inches exactly. Okay. So, once you get this line going straight across your hood, and now this one, figured out where that goes, you can simply take the correct vent, set it on the hood, square against this back edge. Now you're going to line it up with the mark that you got back here. You get it square, and come in here with a Sharpie or a scratch awl. Make your mark right here. You're gonna come over here, since this hood vent veers inward, make a mark over here, and then a mark down here on the side. Pull this off. And what I did, I just took a T-square, or actually a square, and you put it up against this edge right here. So now you know it's going square down this line here, all right? Okay, and then scribe the line down this way, or Sharpie, and then you got your other marks that you made. Like right there, I got a mark, and just take your ruler going across here, scribe a line, and this one's going to be at an angle, and scribe a line for that. Now, the back side of these vents have round corners right there. So what I do is just come in here, and this, you don't got to make this perfect, but it would be nice to keep some of that material there, because if you cut it out right to that corner square, it's going to cover, but not by much. So I would try to retain all the material you can. Kind of do that. Okay. And do that on all four corners. Kind of did it over here already. Okay. Then make your first hole to get started. I mean, you can just use I got a uni bit here, and alright. Alright, now you can get, what I use is a jigsaw with a very fine blade, or many teeth per inch blade, you know, it's fine cut. That way you're not going to get the jumping up and down on the hood. Another thing, since we're repainting this, I'm not too worried about scratching this up a little bit, but like I did on my Jeep, I was not repainting it, so use some painter's tape, some blue painter's tape, and put it on the outside edge of your line. And that way you're not going to scratch the finish when you're running across here with a jigsaw. Alright, so then simply in there like that, you can start your cutting. Of course, you got to be careful of the stuff that's underneath your hood, and there is a couple danger spots. And here, let me show you that over here on this Jeep. Okay, one of them would be the hood release cable. You want to be kind of careful of. It's pretty good clearance there, because your blade's only going to come through just a little ways. And the big one would be this air intake. Yours would probably be facing the other way, or you could just remove it, and you could probably do this whole thing with the hood down. Alright, and then after you get it in there, all I did is I got some aluminum angle iron, you could use steel or whatever, and cut some small pieces. You could even run a full length if you want. This is all the material I had, so this is what I used. For the best install, I would trim the edge of this, or get the right size angle, so when you tighten this up, this angle is square to this. Alright, because like if you see, that one right there, I need to basically trim off more, and it's not square. I mean, it works, don't get me wrong. And then I just used a self-tapper. I mean, not self-tapper, but I tapped the hole to 8/32, 8/32s screws. Alright, you can see it's like right here, I kind of rounded that corner right there. And the installation's pretty tight. Okay. Makes quite a difference too when you're out on the trail. Man, you put your hand over here, you can just feel the heat rolling out. See there, you can see how we're going straight across. Vents lined up nicely. All right. So now it's time for me to get cutting. Thanks for watching.